Hello, everybody, and welcome to ZTV Live. Today is Tuesday, August 18th, and I'm Susan Mulligan Fleischman. Just turning off some extra noise in here. Thank you so much for joining us. It's great to have everybody here. I'm so excited for my guest tonight, Gennifer Difilippo, is celebrating the 5-year anniversary of her amazing nonprofit, ArtSpire VA, and I'm just thrilled to have her back. Gennifer was on our show back in April when she was beginning her art bag project, and so she's going to cover that and a lot of other things, looking back over the last 5 years and looking forward to the next 55 years. And so we're looking forward to having her on. So she'll be on in a few minutes, but first I would just like to give you a few words from our sponsors. This episode of ZTV Live is brought to you in part by Riverbend Bistro and the Holland Hall Shopping Center on Fort Hunt Road in Alexandria. Check out the seasonal menu of fresh seafood, meats and poultry, and vegetarian dishes, all accompanied by your choice from an extensive wine list. Reservations are recommended. Visit riverbendbistro.com for the menu and daily specials. And by MB Bakery on the Go. Mary Beth's artisan baked creations are legendary with creative flair and artistic excellence. From humble beginnings in area farmers markets to its present-day wholesale facility, Mary Beth's Bakery really delivers in every sense of the word. For delicious cakes, pies, cookies, and more delivered to your door, check out mbbakeryonthego.com. Mention Zebra Ship for free delivery on orders of $30 or more. And by Aldo's Italian Kitchen on Eisenhower Avenue in Alexandria. Aldo's can feed a family of 4 for $60 with your choice of chicken parmesan, homemade meat lasagna, or linguine chicken alfredo. Visit AldosItaliankitchen.com. Curbside pickup is available weekdays from 4 to 8, and please allow 3 hours for prep time. Remember, we'd love to have you join our team. If you'd like to become a sponsor of ZTV Live, just send us an email at ads@thezebrapress.com. So I'm so excited to welcome Gennifer to the show tonight. But before, again, we get there, we do have a couple of anniversaries to celebrate. We'll go into further detail about the 5th anniversary of ArtSpire. But today is also the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment, giving women the right to vote. Has there ever been a more timely reminder of how hard women worked for us and how precious that right is? Alexandria Mayor Justin Wilson issued a proclamation commemorating the centennial today on the steps of the Kate Waller Barrett Library. Councilwoman Del Pepper and Amy Jackson were also there, singing the praises of so many women from Alexandria who've made a big difference in this world, including Alexandria's first female mayor, Patsy Ticer, who would go on to serve 4 terms in the state senate, and Vola Lawson, Alexandria's first female city manager, who was also responsible for forming the Alexandria Commission for Women, and she's perhaps best known for spearheading the fundraising drive for the new Animal Welfare League of Alexandria facility on Eisenhower Avenue. Well, it's not new anymore. Check out the video of today's event because our very own, none other than Lucelle O'Flaherty of the Zebra, another trailblazing woman of Alexandria, was on the scene as she is so often. And there's a new exhibit titled We Vote, American Suffrage Art and History exhibit at the Torpedo Factory Art Center, made possible through a partnership between the Torpedo Factory Artists Association and Alexandria Celebrates Women. The exhibit features suffrage-inspired art, voting rights history, voting registration information, and a life-size selfie suffragist backdrop. I hope to see social media flooded with suffragist selfies, urging everyone to go out and exercise your valuable right to vote. The exhibit is open through September 27th on the 3rd floor of the Art Center in the Marion Van Landingham Gallery, yet another empowered woman from Alexandria who blazed a trail as a working artist and Virginia delegate for 24 years. So happy anniversary to the 19th Amendment. Celebrate like crazy this year by casting your vote in this year's election. And now, here's another amazing woman, Gennifer Difilippo. Hi, Gennifer. Welcome back to ZTV Live.
Hi, Susan. Thanks for having me back.
Thanks. I'm so glad that you could join us. And congratulations on your 5-year anniversary.
Yes. So it was exciting. We're celebrating the whole month of August. Celebrating 5 years of helping youth experience the arts.
Excellent. And what why don't you take us back to, the beginnings? Why don't we start at the beginning, or do you want to start present day? Because you have so much going on right now. Why don't we start with the present day?
Okay, sure. So right now, so for the month of August, there were two kind of challenges that I went on Facebook Live to give to all of our followers. And one was if I could have 100 people donate $5. So $5 in honor of our 5th anniversary. And we hit that goal within a week. So that was great. Thank you to all that donated. And then my other goal was 500 art supplies for our 5th anniversary. So as you know, whenever the pandemic hit and everything closed down, we started art supply. We kind of shifted our gears a little bit. We still kept our scholarships for those students that can still take dance and voice virtually. But then we also started making art supply bags for youth who, during this time, probably or may not have had supplies at home to keep their creative minds going. I know a lot of times teachers were also online, or I would see maybe where a free class, art class was popped up virtually. And I was thinking, well, wait a second. If they don't have paints, if they don't have paper, if they don't have crayons, how are they going to take this free art class? So it kind of, I came up with this idea to make art supply bags. So I'm happy to say that we have hit over 1,000 art supply bags. What started as a 500 bag goal maybe in the beginning of this, we have doubled, and we're keeping on going. Now that school started.
That's amazing.
Yeah, a couple principals have reached out and said that they would love the bags. And I can imagine probably October, November-ish, we're going to have need another surge of supplies out to these kids. And I have a kind of like a little sample bag, and it all just depends on what is donated.
Mm-hmm.
But we usually just put them in a little Ziploc bag. We did have some canvas bags donated, and we put them in the canvas bags that we had. We have the logo on front. Thanks to Yetta Condit and Sew and Love, she made us these nice little stickers with our logo. But we've got watercolor paper, we've got construction paper, we've got colored pencils, we've got canvas, stickers, crayons, paint set. These nice little journals that just have blank paper in them, so they can color and also write.
That's a lot. That's a lot in one bag. That's fantastic.
Some Play-Doh, clay, 'cause it's always good, to use for the hands and everything, and scissors. So like I said, the bags vary, just depending on what we have donated. We've had so many great things donated. A lot of people purchased items, but a lot of people just went into their drawers and realized, wow, I've got like 10 packs of crayons here and my kids don't use them anymore. Or I've got tons of stickers or beads. We've had beads donated. We've just had, and it's kind of exciting when I see what's donated, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I would have never thought of putting that in an art supply bag. But it's been great.
That's wonderful.
And it's been nice to see some of the students have sent us pictures of their artwork. And I think that's probably been the best thing about the program, just seeing them actually using the supplies and sending their artwork.
That's a great idea. You could put those pictures, in a book and, sell the book. It could be a good fundraiser.
Oh, that actually is a great idea.
Yeah. I mean, people would love to see that, because, how special is all of that?
Yeah.
Or even make a calendar. You could even make a calendar.
That's an even better idea.
We can talk. Let's talk.
Calendar's coming soon.
Terrific. Well, that's really great. Wow, that was just you being, bored and a little bit restless and a little bit, looking for something to do at the whole beginning of the pandemic. And that is just really, that's fantastic. So congratulations, Gennifer. Wow, 1,000 bags. Let's go for broke, right? Why not?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you want to donate, so we have, well, I'm not going to tell you how many art supplies we have, because we are going to ask that question in a little bit. But we're coming close to our goal of 500. We would like to hit 500 art supplies donated in the month of August for our 5th anniversary. And what you can do, one of our sponsors, Top It Off Accessories and Hall & Hall Shopping Center, they have offered to put a big bin in there where you could drop the supplies off, and then they'll also give you $5 in honor of our 5th anniversary off of any purchase from the store. So if you'd like to go shopping, take some art supplies with you, drop them in the bin, and you can also get $5 off your purchase.
That's fantastic. Yay,
Yes.
variety store. That's a wonderful,
Yes.
good for them. I remember when my children were little, going to the variety store. It was kind of like, well, of course, like a kid in a candy store because they're a candy store also, but they have everything there, and they have so many
Top
supplies.
it off. Top it off accessories in
Oh,
the same
Top It Off. Sorry.
variety store. Yes,
Okay, and Top It Off is also an awesome store.
it is.
So that's
And they keep
fantastic, and it's very,
face masks in, so that's all the better.
yeah. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Excellent. So now you also have some, speaking of art supplies, you have some art camps going on. Did one just finish?
Right.
And
Yeah, so we had an art camp. We decided we had a couple camps set for the summer, but then with everything going on, we decided to cancel all of them. But with things looking a little bit better, we went ahead with our art camp, and it was a great success. The kids did a great job. It was nice because we had some scholarship students attend along with other students, and it was just great seeing them mixed together, and the happiness and the joy of like being together and building new friendships and new relationships around art. So it was great.
that's
It was
fantastic. That's
a lot.
fantastic, and everything worked out okay, being
Everything
distanced
was
and
so good. We distanced them, and they wore masks. And we last year when we had the art camp, we did a gallery the last day for the parents to come and look at all their artwork. But we decided to do a virtual gallery this year on Facebook, and it was great. The kids talked about their artwork, and they still got to show their artwork off for family and friends. So it was
that's
good.
great. More creativity in the age of COVID. I'll tell you,
Absolutely.
it's been a really big silver lining in a pretty dark cloud. But the creativity that people have come up with of workarounds and how to get their work done. I mean, it's really been admirable. So many people have come on the show since we've been doing this, and we started doing the show in the beginning of the pandemic, and I'm always so impressed at the creativity and just people finding a way to get through. And so it's really the human spirit is a great thing, and especially your spirit, Jennifer. You're the perfect example of it always. So we actually, I'm going to give you a little bit of a surprise because we did I had a little helper named Lisa today, and we went ahead and asked for people for 5 words for 5 years in tribute to you. So I'm just gonna read you a couple of tributes that people gave us, and I'll just break in every once in a while and give and read these to you because they're just so lovely. From Adrienne Taylor: Jennifer has a heart of gold. She is kind and generous to a fault and always puts kids first. So that was so sweet. From Molly Pierce: Jen is a giver and loves all kids like her own. She has given my daughter Anna so many dance and service opportunities that are meaningful for a lifetime. And then from Tracy, Alan, Lindsay, and Allison Anderson: Miss Jennifer, heart of gold. Thanks for all the good you do. So yeah, there's a lot of them. I'll give this to you after this because there's a lot of them. But you are just so loved, Jen, and you can see why because of all the wonderful work that you do. So we went on. We talked about the camps and the art bags, and so your other big project that you are undertaking right now is Nutcracker.
Yes. So Nutcracker in the past was a business, but we decided last year to turn it over to a project for ArtSpire. So we decided to, in the past, we've wanted to give more scholarships and provide more opportunities for youth to come and see live performances. So last year for the Nutcracker, we gave tickets to 90 Fairfax County Public School students and their parents to come and watch the Nutcracker. And it was great because a lot of times, they don't get to see live performances or live theater. And so after last year's performance, I felt like we wanted to just do more of that. And we wanted to also give more scholarships for students to be able to participate in the Nutcracker. So we decided I gave up the business portion of it, and we decided to move it into an ArtSpire project. So, with everything going on, it was really a lot of ups and downs. Like, do we do it this year? Do we not do it this year? How are we going to do it this year? So working with my other directors, Adrienne Taylor and Courtney Betzel, we decided that we were going to start it. and we are hoping to finish it. We may finish it in December 4th when it's supposed to perform. It may be January 4th or February 4th, or it may be July 4th in 2020. We don't know, but we will have ACN 12 at some point.
Excellent.
But we had great auditions the other day. We did them outside. It was great. The kids were fabulous. We had everything social distance and followed all the safety protocols. And I got to tell you, it was just so nice to just see these kids dancing again and happy. And, during this time, a lot of traditions are getting thrown out, but to see that we can maybe somehow in some way keep a tradition going, it really kind of made me feel good. So
yeah, I'm sure it made you feel good, and I'm sure it made all the families and all the kids. I mean, everything has been so dried up, and just to be able to move forward with the protocols in place and the distancing and having them wear their mask, I'm sure everybody is more than happy to cooperate if it means getting together and getting to dance and getting to just see everybody else there and be on stage and kind of getting back to the things that you love to do.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's really fantastic. Is there anything else current going on right now? I mean, not that you don't have plenty going on, but
well, there's two things actually. So one of them I'm not going to tell you yet because it's one of the other trivia questions.
Okay.
The ArtSpire VA dancers are working on 2 special dances for 2 performances, but so I can't really tell you what they are because it's one of our trivia questions. So I'll tell you that later. You'll find out later.
Okay.
And then also we are partnering with Mount Vernon Community Children's Theater to do Arts in the Park. And on Wednesdays in September, we are going to have at Fort Hunt Park, we are going to have kind of like an art series where it's an hour and a half, and where children will rotate through 3 arts. They'll do theater, dance, and visual arts. And all the visual arts will have to do something with nature. Mm-hmm. So everything social distance, everything, masks, and we're going to follow all those safety protocols too. But outside, we're going to try to get the kids back into having these in-person art classes. Mm-hmm. So you can find out more information on that on the Facebook page or on the website at MVCCT or ArtSpire, how you can register for that.
Okay, terrific. My phone's ringing in the background. Sorry. And of course, nobody is home to answer it. So do you want to go ahead and read the first trivia question?
Yes, I can. So the first trivia question.
Well, wait a minute. Wait, I'm so sorry. But so people who answer correctly, we're going to do the first one in. I will also invite people to give, shout out hello to Miss Gennifer, to ArtSpire. You can do a little thank you in the comments. I'll be reading them. We do have some comments tonight. Trish Herrera says, ArtSpire and Jen, you are amazing. Kate Rishoff just said, fantastic. Patty Stang said it's a great program for the children. And Sherry Simmons says, love ArtSpire, great organization.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sure, and Lucello Flaherty did a nice little promo talking about the show tonight. So that's really thank you so much, everybody, for chiming in. So the way the trivia questions will work is that Gennifer will hold up the what the prize is, and then the first person to comment, and forgive me, I'm going to do the best I can, making sure it's the first person to comment wins the prize after she reads the trivia question.
Okay. So you have the opportunity to win ArtSpire sportswear. So the T-shirt I have on, the ArtSpire tank top, or one of our pullovers, or one of our quarter zips. Okay, and you can pick which one you want to win. So our first trivia question, we'll go back to the 2 performances. So every year in September and October, our ArtSpire VA dancers dance at 2 performances that are very near and dear and special to us. Do you know the names of those 2 performances?
Okay, so we'll see if anybody who chimes in first. I'm going to read a little bit. I'm going to read a little more love to you, Gennifer, from all of your fans. Laura Bavaria said, now this is Laura Bavaria's 5 words. It's a little bit more than that. When naming ArtSpire, Jen wanted to figure out a way to use the word inspiration. What she didn't know then, but hopefully knows now, is that she has been the inspiration that people are drawn to. And because of her, ArtSpire has continued to inspire me and so many others. She trusted a crazy idea of hers, and it has become bigger than she could ever imagine, and she continues to make it grow and inspire. So I know, so sweet, and I couldn't agree more. Carrie Cecine said, genuine, generous with time and energy, profoundly kind, and encouraging. Yeah, and Perrin Ash said, ArtSpire inspires artists to greatness. Thanks for all you do, Miss Jen. Love, Perrin Ash.
Aww.
Yeah. And Julie and Katie Conti said, thank you for creating such a beautiful organization and giving so many of us the chance to help you bring the arts to everyone. You are truly a local hero.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Yeah. So,
all of these people that are sending these great comments in are what they are really also the heart of ArtSpire, because these are our ArtSpire dancers. They are the parents that support. So really, I couldn't do this with all of these people sending in these like wonderful comments. I couldn't do it without these kids and without these parents and all of the support. I really honestly couldn't. So I thank you guys, all of you.
Yeah, it really is a mutually beneficial community, but you do have to take the credit that you're the catharsis of it. By the way, we have a winner, Melinda Hunter. Congratulations. She said, yeah, Cure Fest and Breast Center Foundation Walk.
Absolutely.
Yay.
Yep. Melinda, yay. So I'll back a little bit. So we're working on 2 dances for Cure Fest this year. It will be virtual, but we will definitely be dancing 2 special dances for our very special angel, Maddie Davis. So, and then for the Breast Center Foundation Walk, that's actually going to be virtual too. But we're going to be doing a special dance for that also. And we love participating in both of those, with both of those organizations and in both of those events.
Yes. Martha was just on here 2 weeks ago actually talking about, the swing to bust cancer is at the end of this month. And then, but her walk is coming on. It sounds like she's coming up again with amazingly creative ideas on how to get around, not being able to do it in person. And it's really great. I'm really looking forward to that. And of course, hopefully Martha will come back and talk to us about it a little bit more. Okay, so let's move on to, Let's look back. What was the? Is there something that Laura discussed a little bit about that you wanted to use the word inspire, but that was after you already kind of came up with the idea. Like, what was the moment that you were like, I'm gonna make this nonprofit. I want more kids to dance. Like, do you remember the specific moment?
So there was 2, and that's the thing. ArtSpire has 2 sides to it. We have our ArtSpire dancers, and then we have the organization that provides the scholarships. And I'm going to try to condense it as much as I can. So as everyone knows, I'm the dance team coach at West Potomac High School, and I would, in tryouts year after year, I would kind of have a little bit of a heavy heart because so many dancers would come out, but we would have a couple of days of tryouts, but they wouldn't come back after the first day, because they would feel like they didn't have the technique that some of the other dancers would have. No matter how encouraging I would be, come back, we'll teach you how to dance. I feel like they just didn't have the tools. And so they were just like, this isn't really for me. But so much natural talent. Every year we had one gal that would stay, and I kid you not, she ended up being one of the strongest dancers by the time her 4 years were over, with no dance training from the beginning. But just that natural talent and just working hard and being around all the other dancers and them being encouraging. So I just felt like overall we were losing so many kids. Dance is expensive. The arts is expensive. I mean, voice lessons are expensive, theater workshops are expensive. It's expensive. And, I felt like we were losing so many kids. So that's where the scholarship part came up. I felt like I wanted to catch these kids early and make sure that they can have the same opportunities going into high school to be a part of these teams and these after-school organizations, the theater department, the chorus, the dance team, and any other dance thing going on at the school, because it is so important for them to have those opportunities. And hopefully, move on to college. We had one gal that we gave a scholarship to this year, and her father, she was taking dance, but then her father was in an accident and he couldn't pay for her last year of dancing. And so her teacher reached out to me and we gave her a scholarship all this year, and she got a scholarship to 10 Pace University.
Wow.
So, it's like I'm hoping that we can, keep pulling these kids up and through. So maybe some of them will make careers out of it too in the end.
Right. Yeah.
And then the other side, the performance side is I was, and this actually will tie into our next trivia question.
Perfect.
Yes. So dance team was asked to perform at a conference for women who have survived domestic abuse. And I remember it clearly. It was October. I tell people all the time, beautiful day, Saturday in October. I think my son had a football game I was missing. And I kind of went in there with a really stinky attitude, like, oh, such a nice day. Why did I agree? I just had a really stinky attitude. And the girls coming in, they kind of had like little stinky attitudes too, like, oh, it's so nice outside, Michigan.
Yeah, it's so hard to picture you with a stinky attitude, but anyway.
I did admit I had it, yeah. And then they hit the floor because it was in a gym. It was at Gum Springs, and like magic just happened. Like their performance was so, like they felt it. You could tell they felt it, and I felt it through the ladies that were in the audience. I mean, some were crying, some got very emotional. And I was just like, there's something here. This has to happen more often. Because oftentimes, like, our kids just take dance lessons and then they dance in a recital or they dance in a competition, and that's all great and fine. But dance can be so much more. And I think everybody has realized that through this pandemic, all of the inspirational dance videos that have been created through this pandemic, dance inspires, dance can help heal. Like there's so much more to dancing, and I feel like sometimes we're just so focused on the recital, the costume, competition, but not how dance can help others. And I have to be honest with you, one of the things that we were doing for the 50th anniversary is I asked people to send me memories. And I got to tell you, mostly all of the memories were of Maddie Davis and meeting her for the first time and dancing for her, and how much she inspired my girls. Right. This young lady who my friend Laura introduced us to, we didn't know her otherwise.
Right.
This young lady inspired so many dancers and myself.
Yep.
And that right there is what I wanted for ArtSpire. Like it's just my vision came, and you can see by what the girls are saying. I've been popping it up on Facebook and social media.
I was about to say that all the girls and all of their memories, I've been reading them, and I mean, 90% of them are saying, I was so touched and moved by Maddie Davis, and she inspired me, and, it was just so moving. I mean, you could get verklempt reading all of them.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so it the vision finally came, it came through. That's what I want. That's what I want.
Good.
So we could do our next trivia question if you'd like.
You betcha.
Okay, so our first logo, we have a new logo now, and I love our first logo dearly. But the reason why we had to change our logo is because everybody would look at it and think we were just a dance studio or a dance company. And I wanted everyone to know that we were more than just we weren't a dance studio or a dance company, that we were all of the arts. But Amanda Alves, one of my dancers, she created this logo for us. Judy Heiser, an artist, she sketched a picture of a dancer.
I'll put the logo up on the screen.
Okay, so this was my first logo. Judy Heiser sketched the dancer. Amanda Alves created our logo. And there is a dancer. Do you have the dancer's picture up, Susan?
No, remember, I couldn't get it up. So maybe, can you?
Yeah,
I couldn't download it.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see this, but here is, can you see it? A picture of a dancer. So the logo was created and drawn from this picture. This picture was taken that first day whenever they danced, and I had that really, really bad attitude, but ended up having a good attitude after. Who knows the name of this dancer in this picture?
Okay.
She's a
I don't
West
know.
alum. She was on dance team and Nutcracker and ArtSpire dancer.
And I just did a little bit of fun, fancy footwork. If everybody can see me uh, frowning. And here is the picture, I believe. Yep, I got the picture up on the screen right now. So that was the picture that Gennifer was holding up. This is the dancer who inspired the original logo. So we were looking for the name of that dancer. And if you could, in your comment, note that you're answering the question that with a name in there that you're answering the question, that would help. So I know that that's in the answer to the trivia question. Okay. So, because Laura Bavaria wrote a name, but I don't know if that's what she was answering because I think that she wrote that a little while ago. Oh, I think she wrote it again. Is it Jessica Dickerson?
It is Jessica Dickerson.
Okay, Laura won. Yes, thank you. And she just confirmed. Sorry, Laura, I didn't know. I wasn't sure if you were saying hello or trying to get somebody else. But congratulations, you've won the prize.
It is Jessica Dickerson, and she was our model for our first logo.
Yeah,
that was a long time ago. That was a throwback, real throwback.
And that was that was the first one. I mean, it's such a beautiful drawing of a beautiful picture, and it was a wonderful logo for you, but I can definitely see where it was a little bit too focused on one aspect when you were really trying to show, more of the arts for all. So must have been a tough decision for you to change your logo. That's never an easy decision anyway.
It's not, but we're still kind of keeping this old logo too. We still have sportswear with it on. I'm not giving it up completely.
Good, that's good. I know I have my white half zip with that logo and I love it. And then I also have the pullover with the new logo, so anyway, and I love that one too. So, okay, and I think that you talked about the moment and how you came up with the name. I think actually Laura helped just describe that. You wanted inspire with arts, and so it's kind of a natural, that was ArtSpire. What have been some of your, besides that wonderful catalyst moment, what have been some of your other favorite moments of running a nonprofit?
I think just seeing, oh gosh, you know what? Probably our next biggest moment was when we actually met Maddie for the first time. We danced for her a couple of times, but she wasn't well enough to come to Cure Fest. And then one year she was well enough to come, and we did a dance for her, and it was a beautiful dance. And the girls did voiceovers. What we did is we asked her mom's permission to do voiceovers for some things that her mom or Maddie has said. And we put the voiceover over the song, and they danced to it. And the moment when the girls actually connected, I mean, I have the picture, I think, on Facebook where they're just all hugging. It was just a great moment when the girls met her.
Yeah.
We had a little bag for her, and she ended up naming the stuffed animal after one of the dancers. And the dancers kind of stuck around with her because there were characters. There was Mary Poppins and Elsa and Anna up, and they kind of just hung around with her. I mean, it was like we've known her all along.
Yeah, I have the picture. I have the picture up right now of all of you guys around Team Maddie with her in the middle and the sign. It's such a great picture.
Yes.
And Maddie's mom is there too. Mm-hmm.
Yes, that was probably like another really, really great moment. And honestly, like every time the girls perform, a celebration of the arts, the fundraiser we have every spring, I love it. I love it because it brings all different arts in, all different performances, youth performing. Our scholarship dancers dance every year there.
Oh, great. Let me show that picture too. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they dance every year there, and our dancers, we've done a wide variety of different themes. It was canceled this year, which made me very sad, but we are going to be back strong next March, when we always have it. But it's great. I mean, it's a great moment because it's just youth performing. We have theater, improv, we have voice, we have dance. This year we were going to have an art workshop. So it's just a great community coming together, celebrating the arts, and that's where it came up.
Yeah, it really is. What has been your biggest challenge in running a nonprofit? Because it's a different way of running a business.
It is. Well, I had to learn a lot because I usually I just like to jump into things, and I was like, I'm just going to start a nonprofit. Not knowing that there was a lot of things I needed to learn. And I'm honestly still learning to this day, a lot of things. But as you know, I'm sure it's a challenge for every nonprofit, is raising money. It's raising money.
Yep.
It's hard because everybody is raising money. There's so many great organizations out there doing great work, and just really raising the money, because there's so many more kids that we can help. So many more kids we can help.
Yep.
We're doing great, and I'm so thankful for everything. And I will say, moving forward, studios are back in. Dance studios are back in. Our voice student is back in the studio. So in September, we will be providing these scholarships all over again. Studios are either virtual or part virtual, part in. So the requests are coming in. And we hope to help even more students, especially with school being out. We know that scholarship students definitely will need that outlet. Being on the screen all day, they're going to need that outlet. So we are hoping to provide even more scholarships this year.
Fantastic. Well, we're here to help you in any way that we can. So, and then speaking of it's almost like you already know what questions are coming up, because let's look forward now. In terms of getting around the COVID restrictions, you kind of already addressed that. You successfully did it with your camps, which was really great. It is nice to have the concrete steps you can follow.
Right.
And I would imagine that it's advantageous for the students. They realize that if they can't follow the rules, they don't get to keep coming, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So,
we kind of made it clear, and for the parents too. And everybody's been great. Everybody's been great with following all the rules and everything. So it's been fabulous.
Yeah, that's good. Well, they realize a good opportunity when they see it, right? So, and do you ever hear, from former students? Do they? You had mentioned one former scholarship student before, but are there any other kind of standout stories of your former students?
So scholarship students, or
any students, any student.
So most of our scholarship students, that's our first graduate. So most of them are still younger. So we're, but we've had some of them for years and years and years. So I'm looking forward to what great things that they're going to continue to do. And some of our scholarship students, they danced at the Wizards basketball game. And
that's awesome.
Yes. And we've got a great program going at Ballet Nova, our Unity and Dance Dancers. And the nice thing about that is, so these are kids from a particular school in Fairfax County that in the elementary school, they have a school for the arts, Bailey's Upper Elementary. But then whenever they move on to middle school and high school, they don't offer the dance classes. So one of the teachers there, she was saying like a lot of these kids would like to continue dancing. And we've had a great program going with Ballet Nova and these Unity and Dancer dances, and they're the ones that dance for the Wizards every year. One of the guys, he was in Ballet Nova's Nutcracker as one of the lead dolls. So they're doing great things, and they're going to continue to do great things. And of course, our ArtSpire dancers, they always come back. They love to come visit. Comment on social media, watch what the girls are doing, choreograph. So it's great. It's definitely like a family.
Yeah, it really is a family. A lot of those dancers also wanted to send some greetings to you. Also, I'll start with Lindsay Johnson. Congrats on 5 amazing years. I am so grateful to ArtSpire for all the wonderful memories. Anna Pinky Eunice, congrats on 5 amazing years. I am so grateful to ArtSpire for all of the wonderful. Oh, that's Lindsay's. I read Anna's wrong. I'm going to have to find Anna's. We also had Lisa Johnson. If we are going 5 adjectives, I'll go with heart of gold, compassionate, Energizer Bunny, enthusiastic, and the Pied Piper. If she has the idea, people will follow. And then she said, okay, maybe just I do. But no, you're not the only one. Chris Rakes and Caitlin Cawley said, Miss Jen, it has been our pleasure to dance for and support ArtSpire these last 5 years. We love the difference that you make in the lives of young dancers and artists. Keep up the awesomeness. So that's just a couple. I have a couple more that I will keep reading. Anna, please forgive me. I'm going to find yours. I know I have it on my email here. So, okay. So do you have one more trivia question, I think?
I do. So we are trying to collect 500 art supplies for art supply bags in honor of our 5th anniversary. And so yesterday I posted on Facebook, on the ArtSpire Facebook page, how many art supplies we have so far. So who knows the number of how many we have collected in the month of August so far?
Okay, I will let you know when that answer comes in. And I did find Anna's tribute for you. Her thank you to you said, ArtSpire has made such a powerful impact on this community. Thank you for all you do, Miss Jen. So I know that she was a dancer and she was in that picture too. That class, you guys seemed to be everywhere that year. That one year, you guys were dancing in so many benefits and events and everything all over the place. We have one guess. It says 285.
285.
That was Chris C.
Yep, 285. Yep.
Excellent. Congratulations, Chris C.
Yep. So now I know, Chris, that you read my Facebook posts. I know I post a lot.
That's so funny. Well, it's good, but it's all news. It's not like you're going out there with fluff or what you put on your bagel in the morning. So everybody is really okay with that. So, and here's this is kind of a tough question. I had it on, but how long? I mean, are you just going to? Do you have any other long-range plans, or you're just going to, continue doing this for a little while? I mean, it's such a success. You touched so many lives. Martha Carucci just said, thank you so much for all you do. It's just such a wonderful community that you are, have begun around here, initiated. Of course, it takes a lot of people to do the community, as you said before, and that's true. So do you see yourself sticking with ArtSpire for kind of as long as you can?
Oh, yes. And I need one of those alumni that are sending in those messages to take over whenever I am too old to do this. We are never letting ArtSpire go. Never. No, I mean, as long as I can continue to do it, and yes, I am hoping that somebody will take it over also one of these days, because it is so important. I mean, I cannot tell you, and I think a lot of people feel this now too, with everything going on, with the loss of the arts, like the loss of performances, the loss of that in-person. It's been great what everyone has been doing virtually. It's been amazing how everyone has switched gears, but the loss of everything that we've had, we got to keep it going, and we have to make sure the arts are so important. I mean, there's studies that show that children that are involved in the arts do better in school, they are more successful, and we've got to keep it going. We've just got to. So I plan on doing it for as long as I possibly can, and then I will pass the torch. But yes, no, we've got to keep it going.
That's the answer I was hoping to hear. I think everybody has let out a collective sigh with that answer, and it is true. I mean, it was so eye-opening, and not a surprise to anybody who's in the arts. But when the pandemic hit and everybody started quarantining, what did everybody turn to right away? Everybody turned to music and dance and live performances online, live online. But everybody turned to the arts and reading and poetry and everything else. And so it goes to show you that it feeds the soul, and so it is so important. A couple of last tributes here from Melinda Hunter. You are what you manifest. And she said, those aren't my original words, but it describes how Jen had a vision of the many ways ArtSpire VA could have a positive impact on the lives of so many in our community. And then she made it happen. Our lives have been blessed by being a part of what she has created. And the Rapp family said, for Miss Jen, you inspire us every day. And Judy Heiser, who's the artist who made that original beautiful drawing of the dancer for your logo, said, through ArtSpire, we created a recreational art therapy program that was adopted by Mount Vernon Hospital. And patients were overjoyed during these sessions. Doctors and even program directors came through the workshops to witness patient progress. Most of all, family members, often caregivers, were moved by the inspiration and motivation of their loved ones. And she called it the art of loving and giving. Thank you, Gennifer. So thank you, Judy, and thank you, Melinda.
And that program was very, very special. And I remember I love to go on Mondays, and I'm not an artist, a visual artist at all. Judy can attest to that. But I love to just go and volunteer and, get the paint together and tell everyone how beautiful their artwork was. But gosh, was that inspiring. That was just seeing the patients and just their eyes light up and feeling good about what they were doing, and the family members doing it with them and being there with them. And it was a very special program,
Oh, that's terrific.
Thank you for your help with all of that too.
Sure, that's great. Yes, everybody, thank you so much for giving us your tributes for Gennifer and for ArtSpire and for answering our trivia questions. So we have 3 winners. Congratulations to everybody. And I think that's probably going to wrap it up tonight. But if you're looking for donations, so you want people to do the art bags, give people 3 things to take away with here, or maybe 4.
So we're trying to hit our goal of 500 art supplies. So you could donate your art supplies to Top It Off Accessories in Hall and Hall Shopping Center. They have a bin there labeled ArtSpire Art Supplies, and if you do a little shopping, they'll give you $5 off your order. We are also raising money for our scholarships, and so those will be our scholarships starting in September for youth to take dance classes, voice lessons. We'll offer scholarships for Art in the Park workshop, anything that comes up, that we feel like, that somebody reaches out to us, a counselor, a teacher, or dance teachers or theater. We are hoping to definitely provide those scholarships. And again, I think the need is going to be even more this year. With school not being physically in, I think the need is going to be even more. And just follow us and, just follow us, watch the great things that we're doing, especially our dancers, and if you see one of them, let them know, what a great job they're doing. Because I will tell you, these girls that volunteer, they're busy. They're really, really busy, but this has become something special and important to them, and they make the time out to do it. And, I'm very thankful for that too.
Yeah, they do. They are busy, and they get up at ungodly hours. And I've been to rehearsals. I mean, they come in and and they're chatting, and as soon as you get there, it's they're all in line and they're all in step. And you've just created a really wonderful community. There's such a beautiful love and respect in those classes, and you've developed such a wonderful camaraderie with them, and they feel heard and seen in addition to the work. So you inspire them, they inspire you. It's a mutual respect, and it's wonderful to see. Jen, I can't thank you enough for coming on the show. I really appreciate anything we can ever do for you for ArtSpire. You just let us know. And again, thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. I'm gonna sign off with you, Jen, but hang on, I'll be with you in 1 second.
Sure. And ZTV, thank you so much for having us again and all the support you give us. Thank you so much.
You are more than welcome, and we're so happy to do it. Patty Stang, thanks for keeping the arts alive. Definitely, Patty. And Melinda, thank you. Susan, love you, Jen, from Melinda Hunter. So thank you. So I am going to wrap up here tonight. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. What a wonderful show. Gennifer Difilippo, she's a force of nature, as you can see. Please join us back here tomorrow night. Jane Collins will be here with Barbie Sweeney from the City of Alexandria Domestic Violence Program. She'll be here talking about the very good work she does. And Jane Collins, you never know what question she's going to pull out of her bowl. We'll get to know Barbie a little bit better personally as well as professionally. And then Thursday night is the Virginia Amos Show. And Virginia will be having on, focusing on, focusing on the Delray Arts Flea Market, I believe, is on Thursday night. So tune in at 7 p.m. for the Virginia Amos Show. And until we see you tomorrow night, we will say, Remember to be the good news in someone's life.